love you. I mean, we all have siblings, right? And that's our relationship with all of them. But I bet y'all have some pretty good brother stories.
Yeah, we do. So there's 5 of us, and we're all brothers.
5? There's 5 boys?
Yes.
Your poor mother.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no other way to say it. Yep, my poor mom.
Wow. I mean, and luckier, but I just mean that's a lot of boys.
Yeah, and we were, how's the best way from it? We weren't good kids.
Aggressive. Very aggressive.
Yes,
Yeah.
we were. There might have been a few police stops at our house growing
He's
up.
like, I gotta be quiet now. You called him out, he's now calling you out.
Yeah,
we both spent quite a bit of our youth and adolescence running from the law, and one of us was like, man, I can outdo these guys, so I'm just gonna get involved.
He ran to him.
Yeah.
He ended up ran to him. Any stories on Dan, like possibly rookie moves that he thinks he doesn't have, but he did make some rookie moves?
You know, I'm certainly not going to put him on the spot in that way. I'm going to put him on the spot in a different way. And many times when we get together as a family, Dan's the only one involved in law enforcement and first responding. And in the few times that we've had a chance to talk, it's he's been able to relay to us that no matter how hard we try, he's just seen and done things that we'll never be able to actualize. And it makes me feel distant at points, but at the same time, I love and respect the fact that he is so dedicated to his job and his purpose, that he's honest enough to be like, hey, I know you're gonna try to relate to me on this level, but what I've seen, you have no idea what I go through every day, and I just wanna be able to lean on my brothers and sisters in arms to do that. So that's kind of that's a difficult space for us, but it gives me. I texted him the other day, and we have a very we grew up in like a man's man house, and it's not we don't show emotion that well and all that, and I've had to learn to unhardwire those things.
Doing a great job.
Thank you. But one thing I truly love about Dan is as much of the job that is difficult to digest, he loves his work, and he never once takes it home with him. And he's a wonderful father and a wonderful husband and a wonderful brother. And to be able to manage all that, I can't even manage my own life. And for him to be able to manage all that is super cool.
That is so nice. That was so well said.
I'm very, very grateful that you asked him to be here. And literally when your producers are like, we're thinking of maybe getting your brother Dan, and I came up with a bit making fun of me, by the way, because I told him just to go to town. But I didn't think he would go because he's often so dedicated to his department and to his work. And I think it's awesome that in meeting a lot of first responders, in doing this film that we got coming up, we're going to talk about it later.
Yeah.
But every so often, whenever you get to talk to them, they want their department and they want their unit showcased, but they never care to be like, hey, I did this, so I good on my brother for doing the bit, but he's always department and unit first above all else.
Yeah.
And I think that is because in difficult, and forgive me if I'm speaking out of terms, but in difficult times, especially in subject matter that we can't relate to, you folks lean on each other. And I think that's very special. You have your family.
A bond.
And then you have your family, which is really, really special.
It's so nice. But Dan, actually what's interesting is you're not only a first responder, your life has been saved by a first responder.
True. Yep.
What happened?
Well, back home, I worked for a few different agencies, and when I was employed for the town of Newbury, I was just working just after Super Bowl Sunday back in 2007, and I just took a right on the Route 1, and I started heading northbound in my cruiser. I reached 25 miles an hour, and next thing I know, I get hit head on at 76 miles an hour by a fourth-time drunk driver. It took me out of the game for a little while, yeah. And that's a picture of what's left of that cruiser had about 2,500 miles on it when I was driving it.
Wow.
So yeah, it got banged up pretty bad. I was very lucky to get out of there in whatever shape I'm in now. I only broke my left leg, which is pretty amazing. You look at the devastation done to that car, and you think it could have been a lot worse, if not, life-ending.
I'm glad it was only your leg, though. You're right. You got lucky because I saw the car.
Yeah.
So that's a very lucky. But you were saved by first responders.
Absolutely. Yeah, they're right down the road from me and were able to get me out of my car I couldn't open the door because it was crushed in so bad. So one of the junior guys actually came running up to me and ripped the door open. I went to go put pressure on my leg to get out, and it just collapsed. And I said, I think I broke my leg, and he dragged me out, and I broke my leg.
Wow. I will not stop talking until you subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's right, and I can talk a lot. Seriously, not gonna stop. Yep, still here, not going anywhere. I see you. Don't walk away from this.